Okay, let me back up here a minute and tell me if the video looks a little more clear this week and if the audio is good. And James, what is up? And Jay, my friend, I was just up near your house the other day, more or less. I was up your area. And Joe, Otto, Heidi, Darren, John, it's Slade time. Eric made it in, and Bob. Whoops, I gotta back up there. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. The heck was that? Chris, Jim, Sling, and Bill made it in. And sounds good and looks good. Thank you. And Rick, what is up, brother? Chris says sounds good. Okay. And Sue, Rick, wow, everybody made it in quick. And James from Texas, welcome aboard. And check, and video audio good. Picture looks good. And James Micro. Let me see here. I'm going to slide this up a hair. I'm trying to adjust the screen. And he got his popcorn ready. I wonder if he brought popcorn for everybody, though. Video audio good. Both are great. I'm just trying to get everything set up here. There we go. It's a little bit of setting up at first. And Schmoke and Michael. Is it Hebert or a bear, James? And please share plenty of salt and butter. Looks better. Brian Mead, how are you, brother? Looks better than last week, the picture and sound. Okay, that's what I was after. I switched cameras. Looked like you were in the room with me. Great, great. Yeah, please smash the like button, folks. We have 34 people, but I can't see the likes. I switched cameras in hopes that it would be a little more clear. So that's good news. If you folks remember, last week was sketchy. Like I was real whitewashed out, you know. I went back to using my iPhone. I was using the Samsung S23, and while the photos are amazing on that thing, amazing, but I think it's too pro. There's too many settings, and I don't have time for that. I'd rather just put my 15 Pro up and boom, you know what I mean? But hopefully the video looks better than it did before. Let me see. Coming back from road trip, so I'm in the car, and as soon as I pull up YouTube, I pass the Texas Highway Patrol. Oh, that's great. And Mr. Mead is doing good. And video looks good. Your face is in focus and background is blurred. Kind of a cool effect. I didn't really do that, John. I just kind of like put it on automatic, so to speak. But everybody says about the Samsungs, and that 23 Ultra is absolutely amazing. But it's almost too much HD. It's almost like crazy. And Scott, what is up, brother? Thank you. Says 25 likes on his side with 40 people watching. And thank you, Lisa, saying don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Let's get the likes up, VW family, 25 likes. I like you're on earlier. Yeah, Brian, I switched at maybe like 2 weeks ago. I can't remember because it was just too late for folks. And I'm sure you understand more than anybody. You work a lot of hours. I know you do. But I figured it would be easier for folks. 31 likes, 46 people. Aspect ratios returned to normal. Yeah, I just, like I said, Otto, since I switched back to the iPhone, I didn't do anything. I just put it on automatic and let it do its own thing. Howard Shaw likes this. We are slow. And 34 likes here. Keep it to the back roads, hippie. Hi, Slade, which is connected. SB is alive again. Thank you, community. That's a big thing. You know, you get the excitement rolling and you can't wait to get them on the road. So I can't imagine how that feels. I know when I did the first one on YouTube, the Super Beetle, when I got it done, I was so excited. I really was. Better now, same old face. I mean, honestly, it was easier to set up. It looks like I at least have some color to my face compared to the other camera. But I figured I'll hit the like button when I get home. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate that. And Kevin, how are you, sir? And Keith just stepped in now, too. And we're up 48 people that pretty quick. That's awesome. I got the pleasure today of hanging out with a friend, Andy. He's part of our group on Facebook, and he has a VW shop up north of me a couple hours, kind of northeast. And he was in town today, so he stopped and hung out with me and Heather, him and his wife, and we had some iced tea together. Wonderful folks. Andy's on our group all the time on Facebook, though, always helping everybody, just a really great guy. So that's how I spent my afternoon, which was really, really nice. Sitting in a 68 bug slingshot, trying to figure out why I'm getting no spark. Yeah, that could be quite a few different reasons, James. Don't forget to paste on a group because it is easy on there to figure it out. I need a hug while I'm working on mine. Jackson's Garage, what is up? Let me see here. A bug while I'm working on it was nice to see him. I met Andy once, like 2-3 years ago, but it was brief, for like 20 minutes. But today he got to spend 2-3 hours with us, and it's nice to meet folks, and Andy is a very down-to-earth man, runs a very good shop, in Northern PA, and just very nice to sit with folks. You talk to them online all the time, or they're in your group helping out like crazy, and then you actually sit with them in person, and it's just nice to just shoot the breeze and talk and enjoy it, How do I look, Heather, on the TV? Is it better? Okay. But I was asking Heather, she's in the other room, so I wanted to see exactly. It looks much more clear to me. And Jim Lorish, what is up, my friend? How are you? And yeah, I didn't get to my dash yet. I wanted to get on the dash and start spraying and sanding, but I didn't get to because of a lot going on. DW, what is up? And that's okay though. This week sometime I'll get on that. I got to figure out a way to vent the garage with a fan in the window while I'm spraying, while having the heat not all escape too quickly. So that's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. I'm going to start the tour this week. Going to try my hand at seat covers. You know what, Jackson? They're really not that bad. I mean, stretching and the hog rings, that could be a little bit pain in the butt. But truthfully, it's not going to be as bad as you think, in all sincerity. BCM Carl, how are you? And Kevin and Jim Johnson. When does Heather start putting up the Christmas decorations? Technically, usually right after Thanksgiving, and I don't know if I'm going to do the whole Christmas cottage tour this year of the house on the channel. I just may take that week off because I don't know how popular that is, if people really want to see that, you know what I mean. Snow flurries in Kentucky today. Ugh. Yeah, we're supposed to get some tomorrow. I don't think anything to brag about, but we are getting some tomorrow. And I see the temperatures going to start dropping now. But it is November. I mean, yeah, I got to keep it ventilated. Yeah, smoke, that's the problem. I can ventilate it easily, but I'm going to be pulling the heat right out. So I got to figure that out because I wanted to do the other door, do the dash, do a fender at a time, do it in pieces. It's fine to do. So I will get it figured out, how to go about that with the cold weather. Hey, Slade, just wanted you to watch your shift rod video. I was busting up with all the times you dropped the shift rod and the fear. They all the reference. Well, you know what? It's I did 2 shift rod bushings on there. One with the Super Beetle, and then one was the standard. And truthfully, when you tie the rope on and pull it through, you want it to come through exactly the way it came out because there's a lot of directions it can go in there and then get stuck. And then sometimes you just keep dropping the rod 50 times, and that is aggravating. But it's really not that hard to do. WA, what is up, brother? I got your pictures and sent you an email. I'm sure you got it, though. I hope you did. I'm going to put seatbelts in my 61 this week. Oh, that's cool, Chris. I think I'm actually going to get some seatbelts from Wolfsburg West. They got some really nice one with the Wolfsburg crest on it, and I just am a sucker for stuff like that. If Heather that close by, she needs to pop in and say hello. She's actually sitting with somebody in a living room that's visiting. So that's why I kind of yelled out to her and asked her, hey, does it look okay? What is up, Wayne? And congratulations to Wayne. I believe he's on his second trophy within the last, say, month, give or take. I could be off a little. But congrats, Wayne. He has a nice Beetle. He drove from New York to PA for a club picnic this past year, which was an odd picnic this year, a little smaller due to circumstances. However, Wayne won another trophy for his car, and I am very proud, very proud. The tour is popular. Let me see. The tour is popular. Okay, I don't know what that meant, DW. I apologize. And I'm sorry. The Christmas tour. I didn't know if anybody'd want to see it. I really didn't. We did it two years in a row, and I'll gladly do it this year. If folks want to see it. I love how Heather decorates. But I never wanted people to be like, "Oh God, he took the week off, and now we're stuck with watching this." Because I always take the week off for Christmas. I have some videos coming up soon, besides the dash painting, that won't be as DIY-y. I'm going to try some different stuff in between, which is the oil videos coming up. Me and Andy were talking about that today. I'm dreading doing an oil video, but I'll do it. And then the history of the Volkswagen, I want Heather to step in on it. So we got a lot of fun stuff coming. I'm putting a video together. Rick and Barb that came that bought the 77. It's now a Kentucky Matilda. She's down in Kentucky. And I'm going to put a video together of when we got it and what we planned. And then Rick purchased it and picked it up. So I'm going to merge that all together in about 4 or 5 days. I got a little behind. Hi, Heather. Sent you a cute do-it-yourself thing. And Nate, what is up, brother? Hey, Slade, got me on big screen with Noah and Sophia. Hi, everybody. Noah and Sophia, hello to you. They are our youngest club members. Let me know if you got something in the mail, Nate. I'm curious. Hopefully it made it by now. This crazy moving is putting a wrench in working on my bug. Oh, I bet it is, Bob. I bet it is. That's why I keep saying, I want to move, I want to move, I want to do this. And then I'm like, ugh, moving seems like a nightmare to me. We got snow in North Ohio. Yeah, I'll be getting some of that, Chris, tomorrow. Or late tonight. I didn't check the weather, but I know we're supposed to get maybe an inch, nothing crazy. I've been watching your video on lowering the rear. Good video, thanks. Well, you're welcome, Kevin. Thank you. I hope it's helpful. I wanted to switch to adjustable spring plates, and I still may do that. We'll see. I've been really considering it, to be honest with you. Easier adjustments real fast. Let me see here. Hey, Heather. Where Lisa Messenger. Yeah, Wayne had sent Heather a message. I don't think she checked that yet either. He sent me it earlier. It was funny. He said, tell Heather to check hers. I think the Xmas tour is popular. Okay, Jim, you know what? We can continue it, each year. That's when I take the week off. And I just didn't think many people wanted to see it. I wasn't sure. FB Messenger at Rick. And okay, I'll check tonight. I always forget to check Messenger. Yeah, Heather if you send her stuff on Messenger, her notifications are not turned on. So she just checks it like every 3-4 days. Let me see. Yep, hit the thumbs up, folks. I appreciate that. And Justin and Ashley, what is up, my friends? Yeah, they just got back home. If they're home yet, hopefully they are. 6 river guys went to the bug jam, 4 drove, and 2 put their bus on a train. Yeah, I did see that, Jim. I seen some pictures of Corey and Cooper, Eric, and there was a few others I can't remember. That's a long journey. That is a very long journey. Seatbelts are overrated. Yeah, you're right. Just got the deck lid and apron in 6-7 degrees in the rain. I had all my supplies out and laid some primer down, sprayed outside. Only got 2 bugs in my paint. That actually wasn't too bad. When I spray outside, it's like the bugs come from all over the United States and attack. It's insane. I found a very good use for my China carbs today. Used them to refurb my old Brazilian Solux carb. I knew they were good for something. Well, they came in handy, James. Lonnie, how are you, dear? 7 inches of snow here today and be on the road today. Oh, yeah, it is that time of the year, though. I hate to say it. I'm fine, and then until Christmas is over, then I'm like, okay, I'm done with the snow now. but it don't work that way. I don't mind the snow so much. It's the damn cold. It just beats my body up anymore. I'll be at this year's picnic. That's awesome, Jackson. Awesome. Yeah, next year's. I know what you meant. Like I said last year, just wasn't paying attention when I had, I had no choice but take the date I did because of when I scheduled the Keystone picnic. I didn't see if there was any other car shows that day, and the weather was horrifyingly humid. So this year there should be a big pickup on it. Much. The first year had 70 some people, which was great. Last year maybe 40. I'm expecting a lot more doing it the proper way this coming year. Slade Mike got some Chinese knockoff Wolfsburg parts, and they have the name Wolfsburg and a picture of a dog on them. What? I know a dog. Well, that's different. I never heard of that one before. That's funny. Fifth trophy since July. Put a $5 bill on the windshield for the judge. Seems to work. And I apologize, Wayne. I wasn't sure how many you got. It's so hard for me to remember, but that is awesome. It really, it's a good feeling when you've put all that work into something. There is no doubt. Let me see. Thanks, somebody. Wait, let me scroll back here. There we go. Moose, what is up? Welcome in. Matilda is in the air. Got rust bullet coming for the bottom of heater channels and Eastwood internal frame coating for the inside of them. Yeah, that's a good move, Rick. I mean, I don't know what type of weather you get down there that way, but they slap us with so much salt up here. It's ridiculous, but it is what it is, And Pappy, it's the first time joining. Everybody say hello to Pappy J. Thank you for being here. George, you're supposed to be at car shows and having fun. But I'm glad you're here, brother. I'm talking to 69 Baja, good friend. I hope you're having a fun time. I really, really do. We like the Xmas tour, except for your ugly, scary Santa. Yes, we had a great trip. I got to include that Santa. It's a nice 60s Santa. They all look scary then. Be cool to watch. Nothing in the mail yet. That's weird. Yeah, I sent a card and some items to Noah with a special note in there, so I hope he likes it. You should have it by tomorrow then. I took third place in Baja class at Bug Jam. Wow, that is cool, George. Congratulations, brother. Of course, look at your Baja. I mean, it's a wonder you didn't take first place, to be honest with you. I'm just being sincere. Your Baja is very, very nice. It's got that custom touch to it that you nailed it, brother. Just finished up 6-7 pan today. Get the bodywork next week. Completion date 26. My twins B-day. Any tips? Not that I can think of. I mean, just make sure that I don't know. Buy good quality body seal, like stuff like that. Because that makes all the difference. You don't want any leaks or anything bad. Slam Z, hello to you. We were high of 92 here today. Still nice this evening and 74 out. I could go for that, James. I don't know what it is right now here, but it's cold now. It's over for the year, Seatbelts are overrated when you don't have them and you got to buy them. What was supposed to say is member videos and their Christmas VWs riding around looking at Christmas lights might be good. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't wait till mine's on a road just to do a lot of riding around videos, like extra videos, because that'll be a lot of fun. I'll hook up like 3 different cameras for different views. And Duke, what is up, my friend? How are you today? And let me scroll down. Hopefully I don't miss nothing here. You're in as well, Wayne. And welcome, we're happy. And it smells like weed in here. That's me, not you. Yeah, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody. I'm scrolling back a minute. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, maybe I will go ahead and, whoops, I just bumped the whole screen. There we go. Okay, I'm home. I'm headed inside. Be careful. We got 61 watching. I can't see the likes, but I'm sure you are nice enough to hit the like button. Yeah, like I said, maybe we'll go ahead and do the Christmas video then. I really didn't know how many people were interested in seeing that, and I take the time to do it because I figure I'm off that week anyhow, so I might as well show what's going on. I'm hoping to go up the garage when I get home from doing some things tomorrow and at least start sanding the dash down, because I think the order I'm going to do most won't approve. But Fernando, how are you? Yeah, Jackson, that would be fun. In all sincerity, I just caught your message now. Uh, honestly, I think what I'm going to do is paint the dash, the pillars, and all that. Put the carpet in, spray the inside of the doors, finish everything up inside, mount the seats, then mask off all the windows openings, and then do the outside. And that way the inside is just done. So that'll be about 3-4 videos, and that'll all be finished up. No, Nate, actually I didn't. One thing I am going to do is use the hole closest behind where your inspection sticker would be, and I'm going to use that for the tack mount. I'm going to try to make a custom grab handle because mine won't fit, properly without the dash pad. And I got one from a 67, but that grab handle's not wide enough for the holes. So I'm probably going to do a fiddling around with that. So the only holes I got to weld shut is a couple on the guide rail seams on the trunk. And I think I'm going to put some copper behind the holes and weld. I don't know if anybody even wants to watch something like that, but that's what I'm going to do. Probably should do a video on that with welding holes shut with copper behind it. Let me see. Dash yet. So you bought the project, saw one, found one, lost one, gave one, got one. Oh, Rick. He's actually Ricky Elder right here. That's who bought the 77. Matilda is now in Kentucky. And KDBLU from California. Welcome in and thank you for being here. And speaking of cold weather, Jesse's video on your FB page was great with the Glenn Fry song, The Heat Is On. I think I seen that. I'm almost certain I did. I see so much stuff every day that I tend to forget, I've got more projects and I'm running cars than drivers. Figured out my main issue with my gas tank leaking. Hose was good. Rebeaded black Permatex. Got out a cork Velcro gasket. I overfilled the gas tank and it leaked in the float thingy. I did see that. I think you put that on the Facebook group, Slammin'. And at least you got it fixed now, but I did catch a picture of that. I could swear I did. Let me see. Anybody have a new car lately? I'm shopping and have a few ideas, but like to hear some different opinions. Canadian-friendly vehicles. I bought one, but mine's a 2019. My Grand Cherokee's a little older. Wow, I guess that's old. I don't know. And Ellie from New Jersey, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Any welding machines you recommend for first-timers? To tell you what, Blair, I tried buying cheap ones like Harbor Freight flux cores and that, and I didn't like them. Heather bought me the Lincoln 90, the heck's it called now? I forget. Crap. Let me see something, because I am in love with this welder, and it was very reasonable. I'll tell you right now. Mig. There it is. This one right here, I can actually put the link in here. I forgot I could do this. Give me 1 second. I absolutely love this welder, and I'm not a good welder. You see here. I'll put a link in the chat. This thing is really nice. I don't know if it, don't want to load. Okay. Well, I bought a Lincoln Weld Pack 90i MIG and flux core gas regular. It comes with everything. And honestly, I love it. That thing makes me feel like a better welder. And it wasn't that expensive. It's up to $470 now. But before it was a little more reasonable. But truthfully, you spend the extra and get it. It's a very, very nice welder. You can get it from Home Depot or a few places. I made a copper paddle for an HVAC line and a hammer. Yeah, Schmoke, I was looking. I got some extra copper tubing left downstairs. So I thought, you know what? I'll go ahead and cut a piece of it open, smack it flat, and clamp my handle to it that I have. And I don't know if I'll do a video on that. I'm sure a lot of people know how, I think. Have you thought about putting a piece of running board trim across the dash to cover the holes? It's funny. My buddy Johnny and I, he's always sending me really cool ideas, always. And he had sent me something recently, and no, not recently, and it had that wood grain that they had used on it. I guess it's like a contact type paper, whatever. And I seen that and it started triggering me to do different stuff. And I thought, wow, that really come out nice, whoever did it. So yeah, there's a lot of ways of covering and doing stuff like that that's quite unique. What are you going to do for rear bumper? We live in a hilly area and bumper is good to stand on the hills or snowy near traction. Truthfully, Jim, watch, because a lot of the bumpers, you're not going to want to stand on them. They're kind of flimsy. I may not run bumpers. I may run T-bars or Nerf bars. But what I do have on hand is the old flat blade bumpers, I guess early 60s. I do have a front and rear. I would just have to buy the adapter brackets for them to fit a 68. But they're a little poopy looking, so I can either try my best to polish them or go ahead and, paint them black. But that's about the only one I would stand on just because of the construction of it. You know what I mean? Let me see. Where did you are getting your adjustable spring plates from? My deed order set. I didn't look up yet, Jim, or Jackson's Garage, but I will let you know. I did look them up briefly, but if I do go that direction, I want a good set, like something I know that's going to fit and there's no games and headaches from it. I'm sure you know what I mean by that. So I will let you know. I was going to do it because I leveled the car, rolled it back and forth, played games, and it's a ½ inch off again. I'm like, really? And that's normal to fight with it at first, but it sure would be nice to have the adjustable plates where I just get that ratchet under there and I'm sitting level. So how many gallons is safe to put in these VW tanks? I think it's 10.5 or 11 gallons, right around there. I'm almost certain because now I'm pulling a blank up, but it's close to 11 gallons. And from Battleground, Washington, Craig, welcome aboard. I'm glad you've came in. We got a lot of new people bopping in. That's really nice. And being a fuel-injected car, I have 2 gas lines to choose from, one to the tank to the engine. Yeah, that's what happens with this. You end up with a little bit of options with that. How are you plugging the dash without the pad, if not welding? I don't know, number one, if I'm going to actually plug them. I may utilize the holes, to be honest with you. So, but if not, then I'll just use copper behind it and fill the holes in, with weld. And Lil Red Lincoln. I like Lincoln products. I've never had a complaint about them, in all honesty. Better have Heather do it. She can post links. Funny part is it's still sitting in my sent thing where I type and it won't send into the chat, and I don't know why. Little Red Corvette. And let me see here. I got to catch up. And 89 in Southern Cal today. Checking the view to make sure it works. Ooh, 89. I could go for some warm weather. That's for sure. Titanium steer wheels aren't bad. That's what I'm using. The titanium, I have heard some good stuff about it. I just chose the Lincoln just because the name and videos I've watched. But the titanium series, I have watched some reviews on YouTube, and I was quite surprised that everybody said they are very, very good. I don't know the prices of them, though. I never checked that. I love my little Lincoln. Yeah, Mike, they are nice. They really are, in all sincerity. I got some attention in the video I did with it. People forgot about that trick, and we have rusty cars. Yeah, Schmoke, exactly. That's why I don't... I'm going to switch to a Mexican seal on my trunk lid. So I was going to pop my guide rails off. Well, now I have like 5 little holes on each side. So I thought maybe I'll have people watch that part of the video where I use the copper and fill the holes in, is what I got to do. Craig and Info, Washington, up north in Arlington, and running board trim is available at aftermarket. Yeah, actually they are. And let me see. There we go. Thank you, lad. Appreciate the recommendation. Absolutely, Mr. Blair. My cheapo bumpers are like a pop can. I can bend them with my bare hands. Yeah, Justin, that's why I was saying that. the flat blade bumpers that I may put on, they're stronger because it's not boxed. I can't describe what I'm trying to say. However, yeah, the Mexican bumper that I put on my last one, I literally, if I even leaned on it, it would just flex. And people say, well, you should put them on so if somebody hits you, don't hit the fender. If somebody hits you with flimsy bumpers, it ain't going to matter. It's going to hit the fender, you know. Thank you for the answer. I got my 34th KYG shock from Rock Auto. Left front shock with the lean and replaced the new one. I pushed down on it and it didn't stick, returning the shock. What I actually have for my rear is the KYB gas adjustables. I didn't put them on yet because I was playing with the adjustments for the spring plates. But I got to put mine on soon, but I'm just trying to debate on whether to get the adjustable spring plates. On the front of mine, I have just the regular oil-filled shocks, technically like a stock shock. It doesn't mean I'm right, but what I like to do, I like to run stock shocks in the front, oil shocks, because there's no weight in the front, so we need that little bit of a cushion. But in the back, where all the weight exists, which you're all aware of that, of course, that's when I like to run the heavier gas shocks in the back because it almost needs it, you know. And yeah, they are nice slim. And KYB makes some nice shocks. Opal shocks, remember the cars, Opal? Well, I can't show you because I have a little chart on my phone, and that's what you're watching me through. Noah's like, I know. I actually see, I have a part number for Opal, the car, the old Opals. The part number is for a shock that fits our Beetles, but it's 2 inches shorter. So if you have not drop spindles, but an adjustable beam, and you've lowered your vehicle and you need adjustable shocks, I have a part number for Opal shocks that honestly is perfect for the Beetle. If you don't want to buy MP or any of the other ones, you know what I mean? But my car is a long way off. Yeah, mine's mine's not a ways off. I had other stuff to do this year, just stuff I was doing around the house, spending time with Heather, of course, and I'm limited to the very first day of break of spring. I want to be on the road, literally on the road with mine, so we can have fun filming, and that's when I'll start doing club members' cars on the channel. So you'll see mine once a week going for rides and having fun. That'll be the weekly video that I put up for fun, just an extra video of Heather and I out driving around and goofing off in it with multiple cameras. So I think that'll be fun. But the weekly video you see after that, once in a while, I'll label it like, you know, I don't know, removing a steering column or something. But with the club members' cars, it'll be a lot of like, say, Justin, for example, Justin's Mexi episode 1, and I'll run them that way. So there'll be a little bit of a change come spring, but the channel will still be here. Everything will be the same. Nothing will change except we'll be moving on to club members' cars that I'll be working on, which I think will be a lot of fun because there'll be a different car every 3-4 weeks. You know what I mean? So I find that kind of exciting for the channel. I adapted a 74 Super rear bumper to my 73 Super using my original bumper mounts. The 74 is a lot stiffer. Original metal, 73 metal. Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. They are. Yeah, they are, James, in all sincerity. Wow, yes, please. Wait a minute. There we go. And yeah, I got it. I'll put that part number up on the Facebook group because I don't think I did. But it's nice. Okay, Opal. We had I so my dad brought an Opal from Germany. I think it may have been one of the first ones there. That's cool, Lonnie. I forget how I found out about it, but it definitely fits perfect for I guess a 68 nut Beetle for the shorter shocks. So if you do lower your front end, you know, adjusting it, not drop spindles, adjustable front ends. When you go too low, you need a short empty shock or whatever, but the Opal ones are kind of high quality, and I'll put the part number up on the Facebook group because it's in my phone that I'm filming with, and if I take the phone and go to that, then I'll knock out of the chat, and I don't want to do that. Growing up, we had an Opel Mate. It was a cool little car. Opel shake part numbers, please. Yeah, I will put that up on the group. I will. Actually, I'll do it by tomorrow. I'll make a big post on it and pin it to the top in the group. That's cool, Darren, in all honesty. I seen one Opel around recently. It was down the street. A neighbor had it and then had it on the marketplace. I don't really know him though. And it was one of the old Opels that looked like a mini Corvette. And that was really cool. It was just the body and chassis sitting there stripped out, but you don't see them no more. I'm trying to sit in a car meet. My grandpa left me. Your videos have been so helpful. I'm just getting the engine started again. I thank you enough for anything. And thank you for the super chat donation, Mitch. Thank you very, very much. That was very nice of you. I really, really appreciate that. Whoops, and my screen just bounced. Where'd I go? There we go. And okay. I always fear missing somebody's post because I don't like to do that to anybody. I'm running Bilstein's 5125s. Okay, so that's some help from George. And that would be cool to have a place to all post our build progress. And Blair, the Facebook group is already up. I don't know if you knew that or not. It's Slades VW community on Facebook. Maybe I'm misunderstanding you, but it is already up. It's a great group. Everybody's very friendly. I don't allow no crap in there with people because it's just unneeded. So, but, and Mitch, again, thank you. I'm glad that the videos help. I really am glad about that. And that was nice of you to donate. Thank you. Don't forget to smash the like button. Yes, George, thank you. We're at 67 people. I can't see the likes. Thank you for the support to Mitch Miller. And Dave, how are you from Buster's Travels, my friend? And Slade has seen pictures of my old ago. Look at that two-door wagon, his cherry little car. That, Nate, that one caught me off guard when you sent that. That is actually, well, I'm sure it's still a cool car, but, you know, I know you don't have it now, but that was definitely unique. But then again, you and I were talking, and I told you, I like the odd stuff like that in AMC, you know. I've just always been that way. And it's not an attention thing by no means. I just like that type of stuff. I really, really do. Let me see here. Of course, thanks again. Such a great community. Thank you, Mitch. And sincerely, it is a great community. I never expected it to build like this. Started like 5 or 5.5 years ago. I really don't remember now. And I really never expected it to grow like it did. That really makes me happy because it's worth doing the videos. People are actually utilizing them, and it gives me that initiative to get in the garage and actually do it. It really, really does. And everybody is just awesome. I was so happy the way the rear bumper adapted at some point. I find a good 774 by me do the same with the front. Oh yeah, not a bad thing, James. Not a bad thing at all. Message retracted. And hey, boss man, just started snowing here about an hour ago. Hey, Josh, what's up, brother? Yeah, you're not far from me. So, I mean, honestly, I'll be getting some of your snow tomorrow. Thank you, Josh. Rick, I used some back support from September-ish. Thank you, Rick. Thank you for the chat donation. I do appreciate it, brother. I really, really do. And you never owe me anything, but that was nice of you. Thank you so much. And Josh, thank you for the super chat donation, brother. I appreciate that very much. That was very nice of you. Why can't I hit a like on it? I wanted to hit a like, and there's no heart there. Thank you very much, Josh and Rick and Mitch. I really appreciate that. That stuff helps out. It really, really does. Why didn't you see any Opals as they were prone to rust out? Yeah, I don't see any at all anymore, Bob, to be honest with you. I seen something interesting somebody posted on Facebook today, but I better not do it. I don't have the time. There was a kit car at a junkyard near me. The body and chassis, everything's complete. Even got an old Hearst shifter in it. I probably should go grab that shifter. Probably $5. But anyhow, I seen it and thought I could probably go pick that thing up for like a couple $100. But the last thing I need is another project right now, you know. And nice, Crispy Beetle. Thank you for the videos, very much appreciated. And thank you for the comment. I really appreciate that very much. And thank you for coming in. 64 likes on my side. And let me see something here. There we go. We got 68 in here. Pretty close then. My dad had an Opel GT when I was younger. Such a cool little car. They were, Chris. They really were cool. There's no doubt about that. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans and bug lovers from Dr. Loomis. And I've always appreciated our veterans. Always will. Always, always will. I agree. My body is already feeling this cold. I have to do something. I try every time I hit the seat live. And I'm glad you stopped in, Josh. I appreciate that very much. And yeah, when the cold sets in, I can feel it physically. There's no doubt about that. I got all in parts to do my shifter linkage, so that'll be next weekend. Yeah, and it'll shift much tighter. But when you just do even those little things, it makes such a huge difference. What everyone's favorite shifter for a 6'7" inch tall? 6'7". I was say 6 to 7 inch tall person. That's my fault. 6'7" tall person. I got my custom seats all the way back, so I'm comfortable, and then have to lean up down first gear and third. Honestly, I just use the standard empty ball shifter that's angled back. But I thought, and I don't know who makes a slightly taller shifter, but you're like me. You're taller than me. I'm 6'3", but I like the custom seats because I sit way back now where I'm not up against the windshield. But I just know of the standard ball shifters or the T-handles, which I'm not a fan of the T-handles. But that's the only one I know of offhand. I wonder if a bus shifter can be manipulated and cut down. No, that's probably too tall. I have to get some shut-eye. It's been a long weekend. I camped all weekend at Bug Jam. First time camping. It was a great time. Y'all be safe. Thanks, George. And thanks for stopping in, brother. I hope you had a great time. And I hope you get some real relaxation tonight, my friend. What's Tempe, Texas? This feels more like an extended family than anything else. Actually, it is, Jim. When this started, we goofed off here and there every couple of weeks. And now it's become a family every week where we get together and just chat. We have fun, and some stuff comes up on, helping people. It's always easier on the group where we can see pictures and go back and forth. But I must say it has become like a big family. That's what this has turned into. It's how we got the bugs. And let me see here. Excuse me. There we go. My chat jumped. And yeah, it is how we got the bugs. Good way to put that. Of course, Heather, love you guys. Awesome, Josh. Much love to you, brother. Him and I chat privately off and on. Have you any experience with the trans lift to get rid of some camber? The trans lift to get rid of some camber, I'm trying to think of what you mean. Trans lift, because you can only mount the trans in one way. But so I'm trying to figure out what you mean. I'm going to be getting rid of the idea of a sway bar in the back, and I am going to go to the original Z bar, but I'm going to shim it tight because they never did that from the factory. So I'm going to shim it tight with a new rebuilt kit on it so that I don't get the lean with the swing axle. At 68, you and Heather found that guy CW was a very nice project find. Can't wait for the upcoming videos. Yeah, the 68 that we found, Slammin', that's the one I'm currently on. So that could have been a little confusing, I admit. But I did that as an extra video. And Frank from Oregon, welcome aboard. Truthfully, the 68 that I'm on over the last year or two, because it takes longer when you film, that's the one we pulled from the junkyard. And it's been a lot of fun. I'm saving all the videos, pieces of them, so in the end, when it's on the road, I can show from the beginning of the end, like time-lapse, though, quicker. Let me see here. Love you too. And Wrong Drone, House Floor at Bug Jam. And trying to catch up here. Where am I at? I got to catch up big time. Okay, WA tried to buy a stick shift extension. They were about 7 inches. Okay, you know what? That is a good idea, Wayne, in all sincerity. Wait a minute. Didn't you send me one? I think you did. I'm almost positive I have a shift extension. I'm going to put bus shifter in Gia soon with a short throw plate. Oh, you'll like that, John. You'll like the short throw plate. There's no doubt. I bought a ball at a bus shifter, used micrometer, worked out awesome. That's a cool idea. And Michael's dad had a 66. And Mike thought he would not have to go to school since he was in his grandparents' home during a snowstorm. Well, Dad come and picked him up in a bug. That defeated his idea right there. Hey, peeps, we didn't get to shoot a deer. We brought one to us that took from someone. Now, there's a deal, Rod. Thanks for coming in, brother. I haven't fabricated an adapter to use my synchronizing tool on my carburetors. The mouth of the carburetor has the breather bolt holes, preventing a snug fit. I've never ran into that, Moose, in all sincerity. But I guess it depends, what carburetors you're running, It's operated by a bus shifter and is already way back. Got me thinking. Yeah, some people will do the bus shifters, in all honesty, but I agree with Wayne. It's easier to just buy that extension and put it on. It makes it much easier instead of messing around, Hello, wrong drone. It was a great experience. Lucked out day and didn't get rained on. And that is awesome. And Eric split my case this week, and magnesium gear on my cam. Had donated teeth to the crank. Is this a common thing? I've never actually ran into that, to be honest with you, Eric. But I mean, anything can happen on these motors. They're older, you know what I mean? So a nice clean refresh and you'll be good to go. But I have never had that happen, to be honest with you. But it's nothing to panic over. You'll be rebuilding anyhow. Let me see. Kevin on a 2-inch lift, you can of worm, 36 horsepower shroud. That's what I need, a 36 horsepower shroud. I'm not running heater hoses. I wanted to get the custom one they had online. Deck lid hinges, move sill retainers and shelves up, custom exhaust and bus nose cone. And auto, that's where I got the good bad idea from. And that's got cold wind burn. I'm just trying to catch up here because I know I'm way behind. And what's wrong? Trying to figure out where am I at? There we go. My whole screen literally just jumped. Okay, let me see. Who's Heather? There we go. There we go. Okay, and Kevin said, I saw some transmission lift brackets that lifts the transmission and engine. I think you can get half to 2-inch lift. I didn't know that, Kevin. That's really good. I never seen that, in all sincerity. Lift brackets that lifts the transmission and engine can get a half to 2-inch lift. Kevin, that is new to me, my friend. So I'm glad you did bring it up. That I never knew about, in all sincerity. 51, but getting windy. It was 64 about 3 hours ago. Yeah, we're going to get cold tonight. I think it's going down into like the 20s here, or maybe the high 20s, I thought, tonight, possibly. Let me see here. I'm just trying to catch up because I have got a lot to catch up on here. Sometimes I start gabbing and then you know how that goes. Let me see. 7-inch, I didn't miss that. I scroll back sometimes to make sure I didn't miss any messages. And okay, if you heard of Heptic Garage lately, no, I don't. I have not heard from him in about a year. It's been a while, so I don't know what he has going on. Has anyone run dual fuel tanks? Now, I've never tried that, Blair. In all sincerity, I have about subs behind the back seat in a convertible. Well, you can do that, RD. I mean, that's not an issue. I'm gonna just run 2 6x9s in the back of mine in an old vintage suitcase. It'll look better than what it sounds. And truthfully, I'm going to run some coaxials in the kick panels is what I'm doing. But some subs will work back there for sure. I mean, thanks, V8. That sounds like a mission. Kevin is on a mission. And that's a good thing, though, because when you go on a mission, you have a good result in the end. Useless info. Hubby is watching Cagney and Lacey from the early 80s. I'm playing count the Beatles. I do that when I watch a lot of old shows like Adam 12 or something. I'm looking for Beatles constantly, and there's always a lot on there. BCOK, that's equal. And I really wish the chat would quit jumping because it throws me off, and then I got to keep scrolling back. Oh, why it does that? I think YouTube needs to get their game together. And bus nose cone is higher without trans rays, so we'll put the shift rope above the tunnel. A bus nose cone also works with a newer trans in an older car. And thank you for posting that, Nate. I'm hoping my transmission's just good in mine. I did all that work to it and painted it, new seals, everything, new gaskets. So I'm hoping my swing axle's good. If not, I won't be very happy. If that, then I'll have Brian rebuild me one and put a posi unit in it. Rick probably won't get as far as 6.6 down there. Have a great night. Happy Veterans Day tomorrow. And my fellow Maria, happy birthday. Thank you, Josh. I hope you have a great upcoming week, brother. And thank you again for the donation. I appreciate that. You betcha, Kevin, it's not terrible. Just makes things more difficult and custom. Count the Beatles. Have a good night. Okay. Good night, Rod. Have a great day tomorrow, brother. Watch Rockford Files or Emergency. Lots of EWs. You know what? Rockford Files and Emergency are two good shows, Darren. They really, really are, in all sincerity. There's a ton of EWs on a lot of them shows. But go figure, but there really is. Idea is to get rid of some camber without having to lift the car. Yeah, Kevin, I lowered my swing axle to a point, and then I lifted it back up a hair because I could tell the camber started, and I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest with you. To each their own, but I'm with you. I really, really didn't want it all cambered. I'm not happy like that. And let me see here. I want to tell you the last couple of weeks, but keep forgetting. And my screen jumped. I really wished it would quit doing that. There we go. I use rust bowl on the top of the pan. Great stuff. Durable for sure. I'm thinking about using it on the bottom. Oh, Kevin, I love that stuff. I really, really do. Truthfully, everybody I know that has used it, even from, quite a few years back, has never had an issue at all. That stuff is bulletproof. Staring Bionic Woman. Yeah, Heather watches old Bionic Woman episodes. Suitcase idea sounds cool, sir. You know what? I didn't create that, RD. I seen somebody do it a while ago. I just can't remember who. And I was like, now that's cool. When we were at one of the secondhand stores or flea teaks, whatever, and they had I don't know, I guess the suitcases from like the 60s or early 70s, the hard cased ones. And Heather's like, why don't you do that? And we'll go ahead and put the 6x9s in it and set it up in the back. So I thought it'd be like something unique, And Mr. Bruce, how are you, Jeff? Thank you for stopping in. And Corey, hello to you. Thank you for being here. And everybody, please hit the like button. Smash the like button because it helps the algorithm for the channel. I appreciate that. And Brett had some family issues and had to move to North Carolina. He would have jams in Nodo in Florida. Keith, when did that happen? Because I know he lived in Florida, but I haven't heard from him for a while. So I had no idea, Keith. He may have announced that on his channel or something. That's upsetting. He's a very, very nice man. Very nice man. There we go. I plan to run some 5-inch speakers and rear panels under the back seat beside the heater ports. Tell you the truth, James, I'm thinking about not putting a back seat in mine. I'm thinking of building like just a flat shelf back there and then an access panel to open to put, mess with the battery. And that's where I was thinking about putting some speakers too on them kick panels, so to speak. We'll see if I go that route. V8 Nate's talking to Kevin. Happy birthday, Josh. Did he already leave? I always tell him happy birthday on his Facebook. Should I be worried about cam gears meshing with the crank correctly, or is the numbers on the cam gear an overblown issue? I have not done enough of them to tell you that, but honestly, we're not cam gears meshing with the crank correctly. Honestly, you shouldn't have a worry like that. I mean, putting it together, my bedtime soon, 2 p.m. here. And oh, man. Oh, okay, Kevin, I understand. Thank you for coming in, and please come back next week. I really appreciate that very much, my friend. putting it together properly, you shouldn't have an issue or worry about that. You know what I mean? Unless I'm misunderstanding something you're saying with that. I watched the movie Man on Fire a lot, Mexican Beatles in it. I never heard of that one, Keith. Let me see here. Why don't manufacturers use rust bullet on new cars? Yeah, they'll never do that because they know that they can't keep selling us cars. If they did, just like Toyota in the 90s and early 2000s, I think Toyota got upset because their cars were going 400,000 miles. It was like, uh-oh, what have we done? Our gang, I'm headed out. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks for hosting. And thank you, Schmoke. I'll see you next weekend, brother. I hope you have a great week. And Craig, Slade, do you use the Delaware and Chippewa bushing in your car? I've never tried it myself, Craig. I just put the regular one in, the plastic one. But I'm trying to work something out with Duckman because he just did his own, and I forget what the material is. But I think he's testing it out, and if he does, I'm going to end up buying the one to use for the coupler and the shifter bushing. He did it with a 3D printer. I just forget what he used. But I've never did the Delrin. I don't want to say good or bad about it because I'm not sure. I've not tested it myself yet. And Slade Michael said you go with as much camber as you want. You just have to, yeah, my screenshot. Oh, swap for the Civic badges. Later, it's so shy. I have to go. Have a great week. You too, Jim. Have a nice week, my friend. And Schmoke just exited, and he's talking to Darren. Rockford foul season. So 21-year-old Lindsay Wagner driving a Beetle. Lots of Pintos in the background. Also my favorite. Lindsay Wagner. Oh, that's Bionic Woman. I had to think for a minute. I'm like, why did I know that? I used to watch the Rockford Files, actually. My dad's oil 204 is 410,000 miles. Original engine, trans, rear axle, rebuilt once. Oh, I believe it, Justin. Those, the 90s, I don't know as much about the 80s, but the 90s and the early 2000s Toyota Camrys, I had a Camry. It burned up over 307,000 on the original drivetrain, and my buddy bought it, and he's still running it. So I don't know if it's got to be getting near 400,000 miles now. And quite the little car with the V6. It ran really good, but you could not kill that car. They could do that with all vehicles if they really wanted to, I believe. Hey, heading off for the night. Have another week. It's always a fun time to be here. Good night, James. Have a great night, brother, and have a great week. The Pinto Gang in Top Secret was hilarious. And Menmoose, yes, Tom Selleck, Rob 5. Good night, Micro. I'm just making sure I don't miss anybody. Man on Fire is a Denzel Washington movie. I can't think of that one. And I like Denzel. He's actually a really good actor. But I can't think of that. I sat last night and watched King of the Mountain on YouTube. It's free. I believe it's from 1983. And I explained to Heather last night, which I'm sure she already knew maybe from me yapping. The car in it is a Porsche 356. But truthfully, good night, Carol. Have a great week, my friend. Camrys have always been nice through every year made. Yeah, they are very, very good cars, Slamming. Porsche 356 Mulholland Drive movie, Dennis Hopper and Mike Hamlin. It's from like 1983. And good night, Keith. I hope you're feeling well, my friend, and get a good rest tonight. I truthfully always loved that movie. And good night, Nate. Enjoy your dinner and tell Noah and Sophia good night. That car, their budget was low for the movie. And yeah, they had a Porsche 356 kit car with a stroker VW motor, Beetle motor, and it was a Beetle chassis. No wonder I like that movie all the time. I just didn't know. Good night, family. I think it's a snowblower out the shed, snowing here until 6 a.m. Oh, man, Chris, be careful out there in the snow. We're not 18 no more, so good luck to you, my friend, and I hope you have a great night. I'll be heading out here shortly, too, though, because I don't stay on too late now, because I know everybody gets tired. I mean, it is what it is. With the stock fuel pump and alternator. I'm trying to think what you were getting at, James. It was 80 degrees today in the Bay Area. I could definitely settle for something like that, that's for sure. I don't know what it is right now, but and Fly Guy, welcome aboard. Overjoyed that someone will say livecast or like the 70s VW buses. It's my father before me, so enjoy your vids. Thank you, Fly Guy. I appreciate that very much. I really do. We're in here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. We come in for a little bit and goof off. It's like one big family, in all sincerity. Thanks for asking my questions. Good night. Have a great week. Probably have some more questions by next week. Sounds good, Eric. I hope you have a great upcoming week, my friend. Excuse me. I bought my wife in a 6 coil 272 and it runs strong. Oh, I believe it. There's no doubt about that. Mitch is heading out tonight. And thanks again next time. And thank you, Mitch. Thank you for being here and thank you for the donation. I really appreciate that. Let me see here. Just making sure I didn't miss anybody. And thanks. Well, I got 70 today here, but mid-teens tonight. Wow, mid-teens. Ooh, that's getting colder than I am here, but we didn't go to 70 today. Maybe 60, I'm pretty sure. And Fly Guy, I'm down, and hope everyone has a good week. You too, Lisa. I'm actually checking out here in a second. There we go. And there's still 58 people here. Wow, I'm surprised that many's still here, because I know everybody got to get up for work tomorrow and stuff like that, But as I said earlier, some of you may have missed it. I'm going to go ahead and paint the dash now. Put the carpet in, the seats, the door panels, get everything all buttoned up on the inside and mask off all the window openings. So a lot of the upcoming videos will be pretty interesting. I'm going to have Heather do the carpet, though. I like when she's in some of the videos. So it's a lot more fun for me than doing them alone sometimes. It breaks up the monotony for me. But I am going to head out. I appreciate you all being here. I really mean that. Thank you so much for the super chat donations. Thank you for coming in, because it is always like one big family. It really is. And everybody have a great upcoming week. Stay warm. Some of you I'm jealous of because you're out west and it is warm, but good for you. But I hope everybody has a great upcoming week. Stay safe. Bless you all. And I will see you next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And also 42 tonight, covered all garden crops. Oh, yeah. And we'll see you Monday or Tuesday with the new video. I didn't put one up today. I don't know if anybody caught that. So good night, everybody. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful upcoming week. I'll see you soon.